Hello once again, Star Wars and Unboxing fans. Welcome to another episode of Darth Tuba Star Wars Unboxing Show. I'm your host, Darth Tuba. Part 3 of our Disney haul for the Disney trip that we made. And again, as I've mentioned, this isn't all just from a summer trip that we, with our daughter previously living down in Florida. She had made a few purchases for us over the course of the last 6 months and just kind of kept them in her apartment, and we have since begun moving her back here and also moving all that stuff back here. So that's what we have. So we have a lot to go over here. Some of it is stuff you find in Galaxy's Edge. Some of it is stuff you would find in the regular Disney Galactic Outpost, Star Wars Galactic Outposts, in Disney Springs, or in the Star Tours gift shop, things like that. Some of them not found in any of those places and not Star Wars per se. Maybe you can guess which one they are. Giving you a hint right there. But we'll get to those. We'll come back to that. Let's start with some Galaxy's Edge. We have the interactive ID9 Seeker Droid and Gauntlet. Okay, this is actually something. I'm going to kind of move a few things around here to make room. This is kind of a item. Again, this is in universe in terms of Rise of Resistance. So we want to make sure that we have that. You know, because you may not. I mean, this might look sort of like things that you might have seen in other. You know, oh, I think I've seen that in Empire Strikes Back, or oh, I think I've seen that in the Clone Wars. But in reality, it's not quite that. It's like a first order version of that, designed probably by a combination of Lucasfilm and Disney Imagineers. So yeah, for some reason this is like. There we go. All right. So there's a scene for those of you who don't know. Ooh, there is actually what looks like a sound thing here. I want to make sure that doesn't get. There's a scene in the ride, if you haven't been on it yet, where you are kind of trying to escape, and a probe droid kind of comes out of nowhere and appears, and then kind of says, you know, the commander back, oh, you're lucky it didn't spot you, and that's the droid. And then see if I can get this baby out of here without breaking anything. I see we have some twist ties that need some breaking here. And anyway, it's meant to evoke the probe droid from Empire Strikes Back, but in reality, it's its own probe droid just in the ride. So, okay, and it comes with the thing. Now, this is battery operated, folks, and I don't always do the battery things, especially when I have a bulk thing. If I have time, maybe I'll do it and add it to the end, to the end of it. But the idea behind it is that you, let's see, I think he has a little thing here. Oop, come on, get in there. Oh yeah, it's got a shape. There it is. So, you know, you'd be going along, and then all of a sudden this thing would come down, and then it's got this thing here, which I'm not quite sure if that is supposed to be there, but okay. So it looks like, now I'm trying to see here, it does have, like there's an instruction here, and it does have, oh, it has a base, okay, I see. So, okay, I know what this is. All right, so this is also kinda meant to be, hang on, these things are little shoulder magnets. Like you would place it here, right? Okay, well, I'll demonstrate that because I don't have the battery pack right now to run it. I'll check it out, but I'll try to tack it on later. So they have a couple of these things. You take this and you put it like kind of inside your shirt and let it sit there, and it has like a little like a keep thing there, and that'll keep it from going. And then I can do this without like knocking over. They have a few things like this, like these kind of like buddies, and then you can walk around with it. Now I will tell you, I don't think that's going to be very successful, and I'll tell you why. because this thing is really top heavy. So, you know, I mean, I'm just wiggling a little bit here and it's already starting to slip. So I don't know how good that is. I guess if you put it back enough, it kind of works. But it is very heavy, so I don't know if I would recommend that, you know, walking around the park with this thing. But you can also just use it as a base. And you can just, here, I'll use this for now. You can just kind of rest it like that, you know. And I think if you bring up its legs, its 3 legs, I think there's probably a way for you to kind of stand it like that too. Okay, so it does have a little bit of wiggle room in that sense. And now this, yeah, I'm not exactly sure. Oh, this might be something like voice activated, but I'm not 100% sure. So, as I said, I have a lot of other things to unbox, so this guy is just going to kind of stay here on the side. I'm going to just put him in the collection. If I have time, I will get the recording, get the thing in it. It says, it comes with this little wrist thing, and it's got like little stuff on here. Oh, wait a minute. There's actually buttons here. There's actually batteries here. Hold on. Hold on. Is there a power button on this too? There is. I'm glad I checked. Okay. So it lights up. We know that. Let's see. Pre-programmed sound button, which is... There's a pre-programmed sound button. I shouldn't be doing... Oh! Ah! So I guess... Okay, so what I think you do... Alright. Okay, so... Phrase record button. Okay, so if I go like... Halt, intruder, halt! And I press 1. Okay, that didn't work. All right, and yeah, I'm not sure. It's just making the same beep. I think there's a recording. Halt, intruder, halt. All right, let's see here. Pre-programmed sound button. Pre-programmed sound button. Okay. Thing is that these instructions are in 10 different languages. Light up button. Yeah, I'm not quite sure. All right. It's a little weird. I won't lie to you. I'm kind of dumb, I suppose. Let's see if that... Oh, let me see if that did it. Okay, I'm going to try 2 different things here. I'm going to try moving it to here. Yeah, this doesn't seem to... Yeah, I don't know. Doesn't seem to... this device... I don't know. It gives you very basic instructions, but not enough... It says you can... Yeah, it's... Okay, I'm not... I mean, I like the look of it. I like the look. Oh wait, where's the microphone? Okay, here's the microphone. Let me pull that up. All right, one more thing. Testing 1 2 3.
Testing 1 2 3.
Okay. Okay. All right, so let's try this. Intruder alert! Intruder alert! You're lucky we didn't spot you. Halt, intruder, halt! Stop in the name of the First Order. I'll just do that much. Okay.
Intruder alert! Intruder! Intruder alert! Intruder! You're lucky we didn't spot you.
I can change the pitch too. Okay. Okay, Okay, the only problem is that you can only talk for like 2 seconds. So you got to do these right. All right. I know we've been running for 10 minutes, but I'm going to do this right. So hold on. Here we go. Intruder, halt. Stop at the name of the First Order. Long live the First Order. I'm watching you. Come back here, please. Who wants a Mickey bar?
Intruder, halt. Stop at the name of the first.
Yeah, it's really fast.
Here's the first.
That's weird.
Watching you.
Yeah, it seems like there might be something that unless this is the mic. All right, one last thing. I'm gonna do one more. I'm not gonna do all 6. I'm just gonna do one more. In fact, let me just do. Oh. Riveting television, I know. Stop in the name of the First Order.
Stop in the name of the First Order.
Okay, it's mostly there, but whatever. It's good. It's fun. It's a cool. That's the sound it makes when you're on the ride. So, I think sometimes, you know, and to make, you know, to be very frank, folks, I don't sit around here playing with these toys like when I'm not on the camera that much. I really don't. Sometimes I'll do just a little bit, but the thing is that when I think of the tech that we had as kids, oh my goodness, this is like so much better. And we only wish we had this. But then again, we had our imaginations, and that was good too. All right, moving on. So, quick one. Finally got the 4th thermal detonator. This is Sprite. Never had a Sprite. I can't believe it's been 5 years, but I finally had my Sprite. So that's good. I had a again, one of those slap wrist things, but with a stormtrooper. Everything's better with a stormtrooper. So he'll probably like find his way on my backpack when we're exploring. All right, we have a couple of droids in the pack that'll stay in the pack. We have our Pride Collection droid, okay, which is R3RN8W, or if you look really quick, it looks like it says Rainbow. This is for June. And now we have C1940, which, I don't know, maybe do I have this one already? But I'm not exactly sure if this is a Halloween droid, or not really sure. But this is definitely a Halloween droid because it looks like a zombie. In fact, it's R5 Zomb, Z-O-M-B. You can even see a piece of its dome taken out. That's not creepy and weird at all. Yeah, so those are great. And then we also have 2 more droid, like mystery droids, which I love. I don't know. It's been so long since I collected them last year that I don't even remember what my, you know, the problem with droids is that they all start to look alike, and there's a lot of droids, and they're all over the place in my collection. So I don't even know if I'm going to have these droids, but we'll give it a shot and see where we are. We'll give it a once over here. So I do love the containers because they are reminiscent of like hologram emitters or whatever. And then you pull it out, and of course it's in a package. I can already tell this is going to be a BB unit. What do we have? We have AR-L5. AR-L5. Okay. Well, that's pretty easy. Let's put his thing in here. Come on. Really? No, I see. Oop. It's funny that it has an inside, you know, like, I don't know if it really needs it inside, but I guess it's one of those things that, oh, that's why. Okay. And there we go. It's kind of a light blue droid. It comes with this little sticker, but unfortunately I tried to pull the label off, and I'm getting like, yeah, it's not really giving me much, so I'll just kind of leave it on the top there. So there he is. He has his little stand, and you could do what, you know, you could like put it on top of the stand like that, so you can see the droid. or you can close it up in there if you want to. It's kind of silly to do that, but you could. All right, and then the other one, you know, these are $16, you know, which is a going rate these days for a figure. Which, you know, not to sound like an old fart, but I remember when they were $1. And I still love the fact that you can get them at a dollar store. And looks like we have a regular R2 unit. This is J1B2. Oh, good. I love that I love getting more of these with the kind of the funny looking, I want to say dome head, but not a dome head. It's not really a dome. It's kind of more of a pyramid head. I enjoy that. So even if I have another one of these, it's okay. They're kind of fun. And again, I just kind of put him here, and he has his little feet thing right there put together, so it'll kind of stay in place. And there you go. All right, moving right along. Anybody who's been around has seen this box know what this happened. We had a drink at Oga's Cantina, and Oga's Cantina they introduced a new drink. Well, not even a drink. They introduced a new cup. And this cup is kind of cool because it is essentially, you can have it with anything, but it's kind of reminiscent of tiki mugs. But for me, I'm not really a tiki guy. This is but a smiling loth cat, which I do love. I love the loth cats that they started putting in Ahsoka live action. So that's really cool. All right, moving right along. I've been seeing this and eyeing this for literally like 2 years. It is the Ewoks figurine set. I am not going to unbox this. I'm going to leave it exactly like it is because I just think it's a really cool display with the hut. It's really fun. I'm really glad that they did this, and I'm probably going to kick myself because I'll bet you any amount of money they're going to put them in the character warehouse next year. All right, let's take a moment and take a break from Star Wars for a minute to talk about Tron. That's right, Tron. 1982. Disney's second attempt to try to make a Star Wars-like world. The first attempt being the Black Hole. Also a Disney classic, unappreciated, a little weird though. I get that. This one, totally awesome. If you haven't seen Tron, see it. It is a little slow. But it also is short. It's only like an hour and a half, I think a 90-minute movie. It's amazing. And it's so ahead of its time when you think that this came out in 1982. People didn't even have home computers. The only problem with this movie, it was ahead of its time. Well, the company Reaction, whom I love, they do old school, basic type 5 POA figures of all the franchises we didn't get. Well, sure enough, they did this for Tron. And they came out with, I believe, 4 figures. You have Yuri. That's her figure. You have a warrior figure. And again, you can see that there's kind of like that almost glow blue. There is a Flynn figure, Kevin Flynn, and now there's even another Tron movie coming out again. Right? Comes with a disc. And lastly, you got Sark, which is, I believe, the villain. Okay? Played by the awesome and late great David Warner. So these are awesome. They're going to go right up in my collection, like right next to the Star Wars figures. I'm going to just hang them up on the rafters. But this one, the light cycle, which includes the Ram figure, is getting taken out right now because I think this is cool. And again, you got to remember that these figures were coinciding with a arcade video game. And when I mean arcade video game, I mean like in the arcade, folks. No Nintendo, none of that. No. And I had Atari growing up, but this game wouldn't work on the Atari with the graphics I was seeing. No, this thing was incredible, and the computer graphics that you were playing in the video game in the store, in the arcade, was very similar to the video game graphics that you were watching. It was really cool. So here's the Ram figure. Poor guy doesn't make it out. Spoiler alert. But really, really cool. And then I'm trying to get. There it is. I'm going to do just a little straightening up here before I continue, just to get my workspace clear here. Oh my God. Light cycle. like that. I mean, this is awesome. Now there was a movie, a more recent movie, called. Oh, there we go. I mean, I love it, and it's the basic. You know, you just kind of get him in there like you kind of bend him forward like he's leaning forward like that, and then there it is. He's riding the light cycle, baby. Can't really see it, but he's right there, riding the light cycle. And they did create a really great movie, Tron Legacy, that came out about, I guess it's I want to say 2013. And they brought Jeff Bridges back, they brought Bruce Boxleitner back, and they had a bunch of new cast. It didn't go over quite as well, but it still had a pretty good following. And they made a cartoon. It also had a lot of following. They made a comic, and now they're bringing it back. So there's always this love of this movie, and I just think that it's hard to market, but this would have, if they had only done this. This is great. So this will find a place with its other action figures. Okay, we're working our way down. All right, we got two more here. This one, this is a short circuit R2D2 game. This is very interesting. This, I don't know. I'm having like, I looked at this and I'm like, I'm getting like pings or reminders of a game. Oops, my droid just fell, but he's okay. He just tipped over. I'm getting reminders of a game that I played. I don't know if you guys remember the game called Perfection. Some of the older folk might, where you had sorry, where you had a it comes with interesting, the instruction booklets are here. Okay, you had a are you serious? Is this like the instruction booklet? You're not going to tell me that this is the instruction booklet. This thing is tiny. Oh my god, and it's in every language. Or is it just the for future reference? No, that's all right. That's not good. Let me see if I have anything else in here. Sometimes there's stuffing at the bottom. No. Yes, there is. Breaking the rule. I'm not retaining that for future reference, but I am retaining this, which is the instructions. That's what I was looking for. So essentially, what you have to do, and I am not gonna do this right now, but this is essentially a puzzle. Okay, manually popped button. The droid can be manually popped to start the game. Oh, so you I think you push this and the whole thing comes apart, and then you have to put it back together. Okay, so you set the game time, and you literally Alright, so it's 30 seconds or okay, it says 29, 26. Now it's all together here, so I'm not sure what happens at the end of this, but it says I have 30. Now it's already together, so I don't know if this matters anything, or if I'm supposed to like take it apart or what, but I have 10 seconds, so I don't know if it's going to fall apart or if it's just going to kind of go make a scream. 5 seconds. We'll see what it does. I hope it doesn't explode. It does explode! Okay! Okay! So, essentially, you have 30 seconds to put R2-D2 together. And that's kind of freaky. I mean, it's... I mean, I don't know how I feel about this. I mean, I get it. And I guess certain things don't work. Oh my goodness. All right, well, I'll tell you what. I'm going to play this off camera. And, yeah, I think that's a pretty awesome game. I'm glad I picked that up. But the thing is about Perfection is that it's the most stressful game you're ever going to play. That's all. Poor R2. That's all that's left of him. We have to put him back together. Well, maybe in another video. We'll see. All right, lastly for this video, we have the R2 and 3PO. Now, there's been a series of, I want to say, 8-inch, 9-inch figures that Disney has put out. And I have not been collecting them. And it's not because I don't like them. It's because, I pick and choose. It's just, you have to. You have to pick and choose. However, the thing is about this is that there's something about 3PO that I just absolutely adored, and about R2, and that is their chrome plating. It's very reminiscent. In fact, R2 is extremely reminiscent of the vintage collection R2-D2. Okay, if you look at him closely, he's even like, if you look at his face, it's even like pretty. Here's his face, and then look at his face. It's still like almost exactly the same. Okay, I think they do a little bit more. Trying to see if there's anything. No, that's pretty much how R2 looks. He even has the little teardrops that were kind of a thing that only happened on the figure. So I love that. Let's get them open before we wrap things up here, and then I'm gonna take a break before I do my final one. My final one is pretty. It's a pretty impressive one. I'm excited for. All right, but this is like a lot of unboxing, like literal unboxing. So I have to do this first. Okay, get it, because there's a lot. This is, I hate breaking the box, I really do, but sometimes there's no better way to do it. So I had to make sure I found one that had, there's, you know, the standard little plastic tabs in it, so that, because what happens is that they have electronics and the batteries are included, but if you're not careful, you know, if you're not overly careful, you end up, you know, people keep testing it in the parks, and they don't buy it, they just test it, and then you end up buying something that the batteries are already dead. I love the battery operated toys. I think it's great, but I do also feel like these are sometimes annoying, because I do not, you know, I don't want these things to go dead and then the batteries to start to leak. Sadly, that is what happens with batteries. So, let's see, anything? All right, no, still got to get the bottom. All right, bottom. Oh yeah, great set of tools here. Little wire cutting things. They work well on those twist tie things that you get in toys. Okay. Let's see if this can help get it out. Well, he's definitely loose. Let's try a little. All right. Oh, there's the other one. Okay. Cool. Cool. Got to get rid of his. And one more twist tie out of the way here. And then pull the tab. Okay. And how do we make sound? Oh, no. Nope. I see buttons, but I don't see anywhere to push. Huh. I'm not quite sure where R2 sounds come from. Oh, yes I do. There it is. Kind of cleverly hidden. Very much like the vintage toy. All right, I know you want your counterpart. Let's get him out of here. Let's find him. All right, 3PO. Now when I unplug you, let's not get too worried, okay? I'm just freeing you from the vile clutches of this box. Nothing to worry about. Thank you for staying, guys. I know it's a little longer video, but there was just a lot to go through here. All right.
Not my eyes. I've got a bad feeling about this. I can assure you they will never get me onto one of those dreadful starships.
Okay, pulling some prequel.
Ugh, where is R2 when I need him? Shut me down.
Also prequel.
Oh, nice to see a familiar face. Sir, I am fluent in 6 million forms of communication. Backward.
All right, awesome, great way to end the video. These are fantastic. I don't need to collect all of them. In fact, I've actually been planning on unloading some of these, but I just love the chrome on these. I just think they're so cool. 3PO's arms are a little weird. They feel like, I mean, it's nice that his eyes light up. Okay. I'm a little weirded about the arms. They're a little bit kind of odd, but they kind of bow out a little bit. But whatever, it's okay. So, again, some great ones. Now the next video, guys, will be probably just as long because the things I have are going to take some while to kind of elaborate on. But these figures, here's R2. These guys are fantastic. This stuff will find a nice place in the collection. It will be here for a while. They're really awesome, and this is a great additive. So thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to check out all the videos. Like, subscribe, hit the notification button. Check me out on Instagram and X. Darth Tuba's unboxing page on Facebook. Check out all the other content on Red 5. Thank you, Red 5, for always supporting the channel, and check out Red 5 for all the other Star Wars content. Thanks so much for watching. Until next time, may the Force and the toys be with you.
It's against my programming to impersonate a deity.
Good to know.